Welcome everyone, Rabid here, and today we're going to look at how to change fans on a GPU. This particular model is a RX580 XFX. So as you can see, this one's kind of bundled and this one's right tight. So courtesy of RebTech, they sent me this card to fix, as well as some replacement fans right here. Spins nice, as you can see, and supposedly the XFX cards are like the worst out there for the 580s anyway. They have like 300 to 400 GPUs on their farm, and RebTech said only like 4 or 5 of them are actually have the original fans. So it is a quite common problem with these cards. So here we go to change these fans. Stay tuned. So before we actually get into fixing these fans and replacing, if you have a problem, you notice it's just skipping as this one's kind of tight, there might be a quicker fix for this, and that's just pull this fan off. If you can see in there, there's a little screw hole right there in between some of the fan blades. There's another one right there, and another one over here somewhere. Right in there, I think. As you can see on this one, there are 3 holding that in. And if you pull this fan off, obviously it'll look like this. And right in here, get in there closer, there's a little bearing. So this one is seized, but if you can get a little bit of oil in there, you can prevent this part from happening this far. So this one may be fixable just by putting some oil in it, but as we already have 2 replacement fans, we're just going to fix everything. So I thought I should point that out, that if before it even gets to the seasoning part, it is preventable if you notice your fan starting to skip or slowing down and just acting weird. So yeah, a little bit of oil could save you the hassle of having to replace fans completely. Okay, so to replace these fans here, we're going to have to take this right apart. So we're going to be changing the thermal paste as well, because it is going to be coming apart. So same steps will apply if you got to change thermal paste or pads on your GPU. Here we are on the back. You can see there's a bunch of screws in here. We have our Phillips screwdriver. Let's zoom on it. There we go, Phillips screwdriver. So we're just going to take these screws out here, pull these out. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by the looks of things. So I'll spin these out right quick and then we'll take a look at this. So I pulled the first screw out and I just want to zoom out and show you here. It comes with a little bit of a spring on it. So that spring actually holds pressure onto the back plate and your card here, and it pushes it down, keeping your thermal pads and your paste onto your processor, and the heatsink just keeps that pressure. That way everything stays nice and tight. So make sure you do not lose that spring. Keep your parts together. So I think I got them all out. There were 2 screws here that are smaller with no springs at all, and they went into the 2 here. They're silver plated, so just so you kind of know you don't mess them up. As you can see, these other ones are kind of golden in here, and they're a little bigger holes. So there are 2 that were skinnier. Who knows about other GPUs, it could be different. So now we got to try and pry this apart somehow. Hopefully I do have all the screws, so we'll just see what happens here. Yeah, so that and that. I might be missing a screw somewhere, I'm not 100% sure. What's that in there? Okay, so it just took some pressure, unless I broke something, but I highly doubt it. So now you can see it is coming apart here. See, we are apart right now in the front here, and these wires are kind of holding it, and now we're apart right there. So now I'll just try to get this lined up so we can kind of get a look inside here. So here's our heatsink, thermal paste, and here's our core of our GPU with thermal. So we're gonna have to clean this all up, and we're gonna have to get at these wires so that we can actually change out these fans. Okay, so here we do have our heatsink as it is off. Now to actually get at these fan cables, so we are going to have to pull them off with these screws here, but we're going to have to unscrew the heatsink from this shroud here just to pull off, because you see the wire is going in between and underneath. So we're going to have to get full access here in order to wire our new fans in and to pull these ones out. So there's just little screw holes across here and one in there. Same thing on this side, you'll see them all over. So you'll just take out these screws, and we'll just pull the shroud off, and then we'll take another look at this. Okay, so this particular card, it only had 4 screw holes. One here, 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 and here. So those 4 screws, pop them out, and this should just pull right out like so. So there we have our heatsink, and then here is our fans. So now we are wide open to work on our fans. So let's take a look at those, move this off to the side, and get into this. So we got the fans and everything out just by taking these 3 bolts out here, or screws I guess, and then just pulled the wires out. So we ran into a dilemma as we have 3 fans like this, as you can see, the one cable coming out, but we do need one that has this splitter. That way this fan would plug into one of these, and then the other side would plug into our PCB on our actual graphics card to get power to the 2 fans. So I'm gonna have to put a hold on this video and order this actual other fan, or possibly a set. That way I can actually link them together, and then we will continue on with this video. So yeah. Okay, so we finally got our fans in. It's been like 3 weeks, insane. Hopefully I remember where all these screws go, but here are the fans that we needed. They are the same fans, but we needed this right here. As you can see, now they go into each other, and then you plug this into the PCB. That way they both get power. Now, I wish they would just kind of make the fans come out to their own little 4-pin, and then you could just have this separate splitter either with the PCB or whatever, but or at least buy this separately. Maybe you can, who knows. But anyway, this one does come with it. It is fused. One goes straight into it, and the other one does have the splitter attached to it. So this is what we need though for 2 fans on a GPU. Okay, so we got to put our fans in. So the one without the splitter was in the back end here, so we're gonna have to throw that in this way. I did pull them apart, so we're just gonna guide that in. This one's gonna go this way, and this one will go up through here. So we are just gonna have to screw our screws back in there, so I'll just do that right quick here. Okay, so we do have our fans in. Now I just went back and looked at some footage. This little arm was facing directly in here, and this little arm was straight up from that point. And this is where they kind of have their little tuckers in there to hold them back. This cable is a little bit different compared to our last one. And to get at these screws, we'll just show you right quick again. They're in between here, really small, so you're gonna have to move the fan around and then, you know, just screw into them like that. But you can get at them, no problem, as long as you have a small enough screwdriver. So here we do have our fans in place. Now we just gotta get our heatsink on and get our thermal paste in there and see if this card works. Okay, so we got the heatsink all mounted on. I had to take it apart a couple times to get this to work, because right here, this cable originally would be coming out the front here and then hanging down back here, but this was too short, so I had to kind of come out the side and then dip down this to the edge here. Now it's not rocket science. Nothing needs to be perfect with these. You just got make sure nothing gets in the way of the fans, and as long as it gets to where it needs to go, everything is good. So at first too, when I spun this, I did have a catching a little bit. I just had to push it down a little bit. But now, as you can see, we are spinning good right there and good right here. Unlike before where they would not spin or they were seized completely. So that is that. We have this together. Now what's left is to add our thermal paste onto here as well, onto there. So we're going to put it on there and then squish this in. Tighten up our back plate, and then we should be good to go. So next up, we do got to apply thermal paste. Now RebTech was kind enough to send some MX4. It is unopened, and I have lots of Nocturas, and this one has been used, as you can see by the plunger, in our last build and everything. So I'm just going to go with this and not even crack the seals or anything on these. So we're going to continue on with our Noctura thermal paste. So here's our processor on our card, our GPU. So here is our Noctura. That thing's like a mirror. I cleaned this up. Now you're supposed to use like a high vapor, like high what is it called where it dissipates in the air, evaporant thing with high alcohol or whatever to clean these. I just use water. Same thing with my CPUs. It works. Like, you don't have to spend all this crazy expensive money on things, but if you want to do things perfect, then you can do it perfect. But here we are. We're going to put a dab of our thermal paste on here. Oh, that is quite a bit actually. So we got a little too much. A little too hefty on the thermal paste. That's all right. We'll clean it up and then we'll put that on. There we are. We kind of spread it around a little bit. Got a little bit off there, but now we're going to put on our heatsink and our front plate. And like I said in the previous video, or not even previous video, in the start of this, it feels like last video because I have to wait 3 weeks to get those fans in. But yeah, I see our pads for our memory. That one kind of ripped. part of it's still sticking there. These look kind of worn and old, obviously they are. So we're just going to see how this goes together, and then in another video we'll look at how this card is running, how to tune it and all that good stuff. But for the most part, this video is about changing the fans. So let's get this on and see exactly how it's going to look. So this is going to be the tough part. You are going to need to get our fan in there first. Let that zoom in right there. So we're gonna have to place this inside and then kind of place this on top once we get that in. So here we go. So our fan is going in. Get in there, kind of. Hopefully it's good. Oh, there we go. Now it's in all the way. So now we got to kind of line this up and hopefully we get it on all right. A little bit of pressure. Let's see how this goes. Get in there, boy. All right, it's snapping right into place. Nice. So we got it all flipped over. Next up, these 4 screws in the middle have little springs on them. Can you see that? There you go. So this will keep pressure on the back plate, pushing it down and keeping that thermal paste and everything all bunched up and tight together. Because usually if you cheap out cards and everything, there's a little gap. They're not designed right. There's a little gap, and that actually caused some cards to overheat just due to manufacturing, wrong size nuts, whatever. So here we are, our back plate with the screws. I have this tightened up, but I put each one in loose, and I kind of did like a car tire. So I like tightened it a little bit, tightened it a little more, tightened a little more, tightened a little more, kind of an X shape here. And then I just went all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Then once around just to make sure it's good. Threw in our final 2 screws, which are back here, 2 smaller ones, and now we're good. Our card is now all together. Everything looks good. This, see here, zoom out a little bit. So this right here was sticking up, but I just pushed it in there, and now our fan is clear and good. Both fans are nice and smooth. So that's it. We have changed the fans on this XFX RX580 8GB card. And next up we'll come into tuning, but that will be in a different video. So thanks for watching, and Rabid out.